What's going on, everybody? This is Phil with Millennial Money Gains, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm very happy to be back here with you guys because we have a very exciting one for you today. We are going to be talking about SoFi stock. This one has been very popular in the recent days and weeks, so we're going to hop into that here in just a second. If you are new to the channel, on this channel we talk everything investing and stock market related, so if you are interested in that, please hit that subscribe button down below. You won't regret it. Join the family. Also, if you guys can and are hyped for this video, please make sure you smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. Now let's hop right into SoFi stock. SoFi is currently trading at $13.71 at the time I am making this video. Now, our analysis on this one is going to be a little bit different because you have to look at the growth aspects of it. This is more of a growth play rather than a value play. So you got to look at the growth aspects of the company rather than past return. You need to look at future revenues rather than past revenues in order to try to value this company and see if it's at a good value right now. So it's currently sitting at about $11 billion market cap. Sofi Technologies provides financial services. It offers home loans, personal loans, in-school loans, and a credit card. Sofi Technologies develops non-lending financial products such as money management and investment product offerings, and leverage financial services platforms to empower other businesses. The company was founded in 2011 and is headquartered in San Francisco, California. Now, SoFi is trying to take all your banking needs and put it into one platform. So what makes them different than your traditional online banker? So they stride themselves on being convenient and fast. So you can apply for and borrow money on this account. You could buy and sell stocks or investments. You could pay a friend or a bill, and you could deposit checks just like a normal, regular banking account. So they do have different benefits and services. You can, like I said, you can apply for loans. They are trying to target the student loan market, which is a $1 trillion industry, multi-trillion-dollar industry, which is what they are trying to market. And right now, they do have a unique opportunity with interest rates increasing throughout the year and potentially for the next couple of years. Papa Powell is going to be increasing interest rates, so they do have a unique opportunity in the way they set up this IPO and the company as a whole to go public at this time in order to capture that success of the increase in interest rates. So let's talk about the market that SoFi is trying to capture. So they claim there are 500 million plus different banking accounts across 4,700 FDIC incumbent banks. The top 10 legacy banks hold about 50% of consumers' 500 million plus banks, which is obviously around 250 million. 50% of Americans use more than one bank for financial services. So for me, I use multiple accounts. I have multiple accounts, one for my checking where my direct deposit from my job goes into, and then from there I disperse it against other accounts. So this one personally applies to me because I would like the idea of just holding one account that can capture all of the convenience of doing all of the things that I needed to do. There are many reasons people use different bank accounts, and this is for flexibility and convenience, different services or products, lower fees, high account balances, or want finances spread out amongst different platforms and different brokerages or different kinds of investments. And SoFi is claiming that they are the only company providing this solution today in one app. So I would love to declutter up my phone with some of these apps and actually try to use SoFi. And I'll think about actually going over to SoFi in order to maybe potentially switching my banking over to them, just because of the convenience factor and all of it would really help me out. So this here is a little bit of what their app looks like, and it looks pretty clean to me. So they're kind of letting it go in phases. So as you can tell, they started off with the money aspect, and then they went over to investing and loans, and now credit cards, and just recently they just got approved. They passed the last regulatory step to go into banking, which we will talk about more later. But this app looks pretty neat and looks pretty user friendly in order for me to use it. I'm going to be thinking about definitely making the switch after doing this type of analysis on SoFi. Now it's time to get into the juicy aspects of the company, and that is the numbers. So this is a little outdated photo. So they said they'll reach and exceed 3 million members in 2021, which would be up 75% after 6 consecutive quarters of accelerating year-over-year growth. And we saw that in the previous earnings report from the third quarter of 2021, they did report having 2.9 million members. So they probably did exceed this 3 million member mark. And this is really exciting because they are growing at such a quick and rapid pace. Now let's see if it is represented in the stock price or if we already think it's priced in. But let's go more into the financials and see how much money they're making. And not only did they exceed the 3 million members for 2021, they have about 95% year-over-year growth in multi-product members. So that's people using multiple streams for them, multiple services on SoFi's platform. And that is 95% growth to about 775,000 members, which is huge because the more people use their services, the more money comes to them. SoFi claims that more than 65% of their home loans come from existing members, which drove over $30 million in quarter 3 of 2020 revenue. And this is only on $1 million spent in marketing. So they only spent $1 million in trying to achieve these customers, and they profited $30 million. So that is a 30x times what they spent on marketing it, which is really awesome. And that's why it's important to have your existing members using your services and the different services that you do come out with, having the members that are already using you adapt and using those services as well. And this just goes to show here that just from their home loans alone, they made $30 million in revenue in quarter 3 of 2020. So SoFi recorded about a net revenue of $621 million in 2020 and as annual revenue. We're still awaiting results from 2022, but that is pretty decent revenue. It's up 40% compared to the previous year. So this company is growing fast. It does have an $11 billion market cap, like I said, but as you can see here, the stock soared today because they have cleared their final hurdle to become a bank. So they do have now this banking aspect in which they can really get more members, and then those members will start using their other services as well. So this will be a really main driver of revenue for SoFi, where you can pretty much do everything all in one stop and with one app. So what do I think about the stock? Personally, right now, I do think that SoFi could be seen as a little bit of overvalued because it has an $11 billion market cap, and we'll say we'll have about $800 million in revenue depending in 2021 in the entire year. So it could be seen as a little bit overvalued, but honestly this is a growth play, and I think you need to treat it like a growth play. You cannot treat it like a value investing stock. And it's important to treat this one like a growth play. So we do see immense growth in this play. And that's really all I have to say about SoFi. A couple of you have asked how I value different stocks and the criteria I set. So obviously there's different criteria, whether it's a growth play or whether it is a value investing play or a dividend play. So for a growth play such as this one, you got to look at the growth that it's having, right? So SoFi has reported ridiculous growth of 40% in revenue year over year and 75% in member growth year over year. So that is just crazy amount of growth there. And as long as they could sustain that for a little while, this company will be quadrupling their revenue over the next few years, and it will really get to that market cap that it's at. Excuse me. That it's at today. So that's really how I value these type of growth plays. I will go over how I value more value investing plays in the next video when I do another stock analysis on a much less growth play and a more dividend play, which I tend to focus on this channel. Alright, so if you guys did enjoy this video and took anything away from it, please just do me a favor and hit that like button. I really do appreciate that, and it really does help out the channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because we post here at least 2 times per week, and it'll be investing videos such as this one where we do stock analysis or anything that has to do with investing. So if you guys are interested in that, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!